What is it about the life of a Grand Prix mechanic that's sort of so fascinating to read about, do you think?
Well, I think part of the sort of interest is that, as you said, nobody really gets to hear about what they do, and nobody gets to hear their side of the story. You know, without wishing to belittle in any way the work that modern day mechanics do, the mechanics who worked in Formula One in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, they had a very different job to mechanics, nowadays. It's a sort of dip in, dip out book. It's not meant to be read in one sitting, although no reason why somebody shouldn't do that. But it's grouped into very distinct chapters with different themes, and it comprises a large number of shorter stories. So it is something that you can pick up and put down. The emphasis of the book is on humour, but I've tried to, where it's relevant, I've tried to introduce sort of some poignancy as well, because the mechanics got very close to the drivers that they worked with, and very often they were the last people to speak to them before they went out down the pit lane, and obviously it was very upsetting for them in those days when a lot of drivers did die on the racetrack. It was very upsetting for the mechanics, and it was very hard for them to deal with. Jackie founded an organisation called the Grand Prix Mechanics Charitable Trust in 1987, and put simply, the objective of the trust is to make sure that no mechanic goes without if they're not able to support themselves from their own resources. For example, if they need an operation, or they need some care if they're sick, or that sort of thing, and the trust is there to sort of as a safety net, really. And Jackie founded this in the late 1980s, as I say, and has tirelessly sort of campaigned to keep it in the public eye. So I asked Jackie, because he seemed to be an obvious person to write it, and the book, each copy of the book sold, the trust actually benefits from each copy that's sold. So there's a nice tie in there, and so I'm really grateful that he's decided to write the foreword for it.